Hey everybody, this is Eric Waring. Welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I'm here in my backyard in the wintry wonderland that is Minnesota. I love a white Christmas. Whatever your holiday, whatever your tradition this month, I wish you a happy holiday. It is 0 degrees here, so I'm not going to be out here very long in this kind of clothes. But I just got back, as you know, as you've seen for the last couple days shows, from this trip to Dallas, and we had a private suite at the Dallas Stadium to watch the Cowboys play the Chargers. And most importantly, really interestingly, we had a behind-the-scenes tour of this $1.2 billion facility. And we had a tour from the Vice President of Sales and Promotions for the facility. And there was a couple really interesting lessons, because I'm going to actually show you the tour, pieces of the tour. But the lessons I want you to pay attention to are these. Number one, having a big vision, something so big and so powerful and so exciting that it gets people fired up to be part of whatever it is you're doing. We talked about that on previous shows, but when you see this, it'll give you a little bit more of a glimpse as to maybe where you need to take yourself when it comes to your vision. Secondly, they built this facility and charged, you'll hear what they charged for suites and for seats and for everything else. They built it right last year in the middle of one of the toughest recession/depressions in American history. And how they overcame it, what you're going to see, because we go back into the back office of this organization, you're going to see what they had to do, what he calls pounding the rock. They had to change their attitudes, and they had to change the number of appointments, the number of meetings, the number of calls, the number of everything. And that's what you have to do. In challenging times, guess what? Not only do we have the best thing to offer people, but you have to increase your numbers if you expect to have big results. So check this out, and I'll be back at the end of the show. Check out this stadium, man.
Right here.
Baby is humongous.
This is serious stuff, Eric.
Alrighty, this gets about 3 times.
Wow, I love it. This is the pre-party to the game. Unbelievable.
My name's Chad Estes. I'm the Senior VP of Sales and Booking for the stadium. And I want to welcome you all here. We're very excited to have you. And we're going to do about an hour, hour and a half behind-the-scenes tour that most people don't normally get, particularly on a game day. I'm going to show you a variety of different areas in the stadium. I think one of the big messages you'll take from what we'll show you is how we have an owner that thinks unlike anybody else. He often likes to say, one of my favorite quotes of his is, he could have built a really, really nice football stadium for the Dallas Cowboys for about $700 or $800 million, but he took it to $1.2 billion for the wow factor. And you'll see wow factor all throughout this stadium. And the wow factor enables us to do a lot of other things in our business that we won't normally be able to do. We sell more merchandise than anybody else in the league. More people watch our games on television than anybody else in the league. And so to have a building fit the Dallas Cowboys brand, in Jerry's opinion, took that extra $500 or $600 million. And I'll show you some areas in the stadium where you see that. There's some aspects of the stadium that just simply, they might exist at the Four Seasons Hotel, but certainly not in a sports and entertainment facility. So, and then I'll take you up through our sales area a little bit, and I want to share with you how we had to overcome some adversity to get everything sold. We charge people a lot of money to participate in our building, and we certainly, as everybody's aware, we got hit with the recession right in the middle of our sales cycle. And so there's some aspects that I'll share with you about how we were able to overcome some obstacles and get through that. All right, the area that we're in right here, this is called the Legends Club. We have something very similar on the other side called the Owners Club. This is some of the highest dollar square footage that you'll ever see anywhere in a facility like this. What this club is for the people that own the suites that run from the goal line to goal line, 21 rows off the field. We sold those suites for $500,000 annual on 20-year agreements. So it's over a $10 million commitment with the escalator, or we did an upfront cash option where they could stroke a $5 million check up front and have that suite for the 20 years. To put that in a little bit of perspective, the most we charged at Texas Stadium for a suite was $100,000 annual. So we took people from a $100,000 annual commitment to $500,000 annual. and you need a little bit of this in order to make something like that happen. But you know, as I'll try and do as we go throughout here today, is work in a little bit of the vision. It's a huge risk to charge those prices and to take current customers that are paying such a lesser fee and go sit down with them and say, okay, here's the new deal, and to know that you're going to lose a fair percentage of those and have the confidence that you can go out to a new market and find people to fill in and replace what you've lost. And that was really what this stadium was all about, why we put together a 50-person sales team, because we knew the products that we were creating in this stadium were so different than what we had in the old that we were going to lose a percentage of our customer base, and we had to go find it. And we've been able to do that. So when people are in this club, everything's included. The buffet, the liquor, the beer, wine, they come in here and they can just have at it, and then they go across the way and they're in one of the best suites in the building. So pretty neat deal. And there is Mr. Shiner, our general counsel. Say hello, Alex. Alex also involved with our player personnel, and so definitely want to take pictures of Alex.
That's the first time that's happened.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to go down to the field now.
How many suites are there, Chad?
There's 379 suites. 379. Most stadiums have about 130 suites. We have 379.
Right here is where the Cowboys come out.
This is where
to the field.
the players come out. Are you kidding me?
Another little bar here on the side.
It's where the players get a drink before they go. Oh my goodness.
Eric Worre.
Dude.
Hey!
It's where the players get a drink if they need one.
Yeah.
This is cool.
All right, we have everybody. This area here is called our field level club. It's a new product in the NFL. This is not something that exists anywhere else. And the thing that really makes it unique is that the players come right through the club to take the field. This is the visitor side, so today the Chargers will come through here. We have that identical thing on the home side where the Cowboys come through. This is, the people that have access to this are our highest level customers. So some of our suite holders and our most expensive seat holder, they have access to come down to this club. It gets real crowded pregame, and there's not as much activity down here during the game, you know, once the game starts. But we've kind of copied this off some of the other leagues and out there that have allowed fans to get close to the athletes as they go out onto the playing surface, but it's the first time it's ever been done in the NFL, and it's working real well for us. I'll let you guys, if you want, just go out on the patio and take that in for a few minutes, and then we'll head back up. What is the
Here we are down by.
Dude. Check this out. Oh my God. That's a big vision, man. And look at that video screen, which you'll see more later. Biggest in the world.
The video board that you're looking at is the largest HD television in the world. It cost $46 million to create and build. The thought of putting a center hung scoreboard in our stadium, we're the first stadium to ever put one in the middle, was based on these steel beams that run, is it a mile, 10? Or a quarter of a mile. Quarter of a mile, each steel beam, that enabled us to build the, carry enough weight to put the retractable roof in. Retractable roof is part of our brand, so we've kept a similar dimension to that that we had at Texas Stadium. And so you'll notice, obviously, the roof is open. The roof opens in about 12 minutes, and you'll see here pretty soon these end zone doors, the glass doors in each end zone. You'll see them retracting right now. And that takes 18 minutes to fully retract. And then once that retracts, we'll let the crowd in. So that's pretty cool that you get a chance to see that. Yeah, it was unlike anything else in the world. But I will tell you, when you're selling it and you're going out and asking for those prices and it's not built yet and you're utilizing tools, it takes some salesmanship to get people to understand that what we're doing here was really, really unique to anything that's been done before. And so back through these doors, we'll pop into our sales area. You know, there's an expectation of how many calls you're supposed to make, how many people you're supposed to see, how many sales you're supposed to make. Try and set it up where it's not over-the-shoulder management, where we're not every day saying, you know, what'd you do the last hour? But there's a certain level of expectation that gets evaluated, and I'm a believer in making that pretty public because that'll be a motivation in itself. We're a very competitive group, and how they compare against their peers. We have a bell, it's a boxing bell that's over there against the male stuff. Every time we sell a club seat, Sandra will demonstrate. So we ring that bell, and so everybody in the office claps, and so it's an immediate, you know, noticing what people are doing, and then we come put it on the board. Just the pound the rock. This is something I took from a coach in the NBA. Used this in their locker room, and when things started to get a little difficult for us, I thought we needed a rallying point. It says, when nothing seems to help, I go look at the stone cutter, hammering away at his rock perhaps 100 times without as much as a crack showing in it. Yet at the 101st blow it will split in two. And I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before. Jacob Rees. And this was done in like the late 1800s, this was written. So we talked about this, and you can see making history is something you also see here. When we started this sales campaign, we talked about going after $500 million in revenue. You know, we knew we were making history, and we thought this building was history-making in its own right. And so that's how we started our campaign, talking about making history. Everybody that came to work in this office and to be a part of this, I wanted them to feel like, and they should feel like, that there's something, part of something very special. So, you know, everybody comes in here, and you guys will enjoy your game and your suite, but there was a lot of stuff in here that went behind the scenes in order to make sure that that goes right on game day. So.
Down the rock.
Down the rock.
So I hope you found that as fascinating as I did. Really pay attention. You've got to increase your numbers if you want to increase your results. You've got to increase your passion. You've got to pound the rock inside of your business. Pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. So here from our wintry wonderland overlooking the lake that just a few months ago I was jet skiing on, is now frozen over the course of the last week, and people are out there cross-country skiing as we speak. But here from wintry wonderland in Minnesota, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro. It is a stone-cold fact that we have a better way. Stone-freezing fact that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.